Well, now to the presidential race, where the candidates have been attacking each other's policies on border security and Ukraine. Today, Vice President Kamala Harris will be in Arizona, where she plans to visit the U.S. Mexico border for the first time in more than 3 years. Yesterday, Donald Trump blamed Harris for what he calls the, quote, worst border crisis in the history of the world. This as illegal border crossings hit a 4-year low.
There can be no justification for what she's done. There's nobody saying, oh, gee, she's done a fabulous job. She's done the worst job probably in the history of any border, not just our border. And she'll be out there tomorrow standing probably in front of the wall that I built, trying to say what a wonderful job she did. And the fake news will believe her because that's what they want to do.
Olivia Rinaldi is following both campaigns for us this morning, and she's joining us now. So, Olivia, as you know, when it comes to polling, Harris often trails Trump on the issue of immigration. So she's trying to prove that she knows how to handle it. What sort of message will she be delivering today?
Yeah, good morning, Anne-Marie. Vice President Kamala Harris making that trip to the border today to really reclaim the issue of immigration. As you know, it's one of the central issues of this campaign, but she's trying to make it a winning issue for Democrats. So she's headed there later today. A senior campaign official with the Harris campaign says she's going to call for tougher border restrictions, and she'll be in Douglas, Arizona. Now, that's just an hour away from where former President Donald Trump was last month when he visited the border and slammed Kamala Harris for the Biden administration, Harris administration policies on immigration. But Harris, in trying to tweak the messaging on this, she's going to decry Donald Trump and what they're calling his failures during his presidency on immigration, but also talking about the bipartisan border bill that Donald Trump kind of scuttled earlier this year. Trump yesterday at Trump Tower in that press conference where you just played sound from was trying to get ahead of some of these arguments she's going to make, saying that they could have solved the issue of immigration during the Biden-Harris administration through a bipartisan bill, but Trump killed that bill. Trump saying it was an amnesty bill and it wouldn't have solved the issues anyways. But she will be calling for tougher border restrictions as they're trying to really reclaim immigration as a Democratic winning issue. And as you mentioned, you know, immigration is so central to this campaign, but it's so central to Donald Trump's campaign, his messaging, his policies. They all always go back to immigration. So really interesting that she's trying to meet him head on this issue at the border later today.
Definitely. And then, this is sort of surprising, Donald Trump is going to be meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The reason I say it's surprising is because they were supposed to meet, then they weren't meeting. Now it looks like they're meeting again. The two have been openly critical of each other. Zelensky more openly critical than he has been ever in the past, yet they're having this meeting. What is the goal?
Yeah, it's the thread I've been following. Will they, won't they? Are they going to meet? I've been asking every day. But now we know they will be meeting later today, or this morning rather, at Trump Tower. And Trump said yesterday that the goal is to finding an end to the war in Ukraine. Trump said at that press conference that he's looking for peace and a way to end this. And of course, when he talks about Ukraine, he mentions that the war would have never happened if he were in office, that he would have been able to cut a deal. But this all comes as Zelensky has been critical of Trump in recent days and of his running mate J.D. Vance. So it's interesting to see what path forward the two men could have. There's a long history there. This is the first time they're meeting in person, at least since 2019. So a lot for them to discuss about what the end to the war in Ukraine could look like, whether Trump could propose perhaps seizing or Russia seizing some Ukrainian land, giving some concessions there just to get an end to this ongoing war that's entering its third year.
All right, Olivia, thank you.